Hello, and welcome to the Weird Around Illinois podcast. One of the things we have been talking a lot about lately is the nature of the creatures that we're looking at. And one that we haven't really talked a lot about is Mothman. What he is, what he means. And in historical context, most people associate Mothman with Point Pleasant, Virginia. So that's something that's been in the back of our mind, especially since there have been so many sightings in our area lately. I saw that on Monster Quest. They were doing a study with different accounts from around the world and how they described him. And it's interesting that the description was always exactly the same wherever he was seen. So either it's one Mothman doing a lot of traveling, all Mothmen are incredibly small.
Yeah, I would think that there would be some variation if they were to be reproducing, let's just say, there would have to be some variation to make them any different, so.
Yeah. And if there's just one Mothman, then if that one dies, what's gonna happen to the rest of them?
Does that mean that there's no more tragedy then?
I guess so, because there wouldn't be any more.
Right. What do you think about the tragedy aspect of it? Do you think he's causing these things? Or do you think he's warning us?
I think he is probably warning us, because of all the encounters people have had, none of them seem to be harmful. None of them involved Mothman harming anyone.
No, he scared a few people. West Virginia, I know that he chased somebody in a car and landed on the car at one point.
That thing you talked about where Mothman landed on cars.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a way that Mothman could be getting their attention too.
And for all we know, they might have been on their way to a head-on collision that would have killed them if it hadn't landed.
Maybe.
That's the other thing. If we accept Mothman as this portent of disaster, how do we know how many things he may have prevented?
Oh, so he could either be something that brings bad luck, or a superhero that's actually trying to save somebody.
Exactly.
Sounds cheesy, but
what if he was trying to warn those people in Point Pleasant, to stop driving, stay off the bridge? The bridge is going to collapse.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I know, when we talked about this before, you brought up the theory when we talked about the H1N1 thing. And then later we talked about COVID. You said, what if his relationship is more direct? What if he's the one carrying the virus?
Yeah,
carrying.
It's true. I really wonder that, because the original virus was said to maybe come from a bat. Mm-hmm. I find it interesting that Mothman is described to have bat kind of wings sometimes.
Oh. As a matter of fact, the only reason they don't call him Batman is because it sounded too cheesy, with Batman already being a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I hadn't made that connection before. The bat-like appearance and the fact that both H1N1 and coronavirus bats. And I bring up coronavirus, COVID-19, because a lot of Mothman sightings occurred just prior to that disease breaking out. So they don't necessarily correspond directly to the worst out or the origin of know of, but the fact that there were more sightings kind of lends more to this myth of Mothman leading to disaster.
Yeah.
Well, it's something to think about, and something we're probably going to spend a lot more time talking about as we investigate these 150 some odd sightings in our area.
Yeah.
But I would love to hear anything that you have to say on the subject out there. Any encounters you've had with Mothman, any theories that you've had, anything you've heard from other people. By all means, leave your thoughts in our comments section, and please subscribe and stay tuned for our next podcast. Thank you.